It's DC fans' wet dream today. It's got a lot to talk about.
Lots.
You excited?
Super excited.
Look at him! Look at that smile! Look, he's so happy. Look at him. We'll end it. Christmas here for the comic book nerds. We got a lot of shit to talk about in the DC span of stuff. A lot of shit. James Gunn waited till the last minute. He said January.
Hey, for that, I have to fucking give him the DiCaprio. Just
he knew.
Cheers to you, sir. Cheers to you, sir.
I didn't say when in January. We're gonna get this fucking shit. Yeah. So
he's a man of his word.
Yeah.
He's a man of his word.
Welcome to the SF Comic Company. This is the SF Company Hour, number 154. Of course, I am Ray Doomzilla, joined by the maximum effortist, the Graysonist, soon to be a major motion picture star. How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm excellent. This was the news that I've been like asking for and waiting for, and honestly, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, we needed some good news this week.
No,
there are some issues. I have some issues.
I'm sure you're gonna have issues, but I'm gonna try to debunk them all right now. So that's what I do.
There's a couple glaring things that I think you might. Once you think about it, you might be a little upset with it too.
Right, we'll see. We'll see.
Krista, what's up, Krista? Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
How many movies James Gunn makes? 10.
What's up? Yo, what's up, Comics? What's up, Renee?
¿Qué pasa?
All right. So let's get the sad news out of the way.
Man,
as we like to do. Cindy Williams passed away. Sad one. I used to have a huge crush on her when I was a kid, man. Cindy Williams.
Laverne and Shirley.
Happy Days.
Happy Days.
Yeah, that was a spinoff. Laverne and Shirley was a spinoff of Happy Days. Yeah, Laverne and Shirley started on Happy Days and moved over to their own show, which is kind of, people kind of forget that. Like Happy Days spun out a lot of like Mork and Mindy. I don't know. Yeah, Joni Loves Chachi. They had a lot of shows spin out of that. I think there was a couple other ones too. But yeah, Laverne and Shirley, Cindy Williams, of course, with what am I forgetting? Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall.
Yeah, they were just an awesome comedic duo. Like their shows, I remember loving that show as a kid. And Penny was more of the goof, kind of goofy, free thinking kind of gal, and Shirley was more of the kind of straight lace, kind of like the straight woman of the group. But she was awesome. Her smile was so like addictive. She just we're getting more and more of these from our childhood, man, which sucks. But she had a couple movies here and there. She was in, of course, American Graffiti.
Yep.
Which classic George Lucas directed movie. Then she did kind of a lot of TV work, like here and there. She never anything that kind of had the zeitgeist as a Laverne and Shirley, but she's very iconic. Just her like look and smile, you knew it was Cindy Williams. Kind of a bummer. She was 75. I think a recent illness kind of took her. She will all be Laverne and Shirley. She's Shirley forever. We lost a good one, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I remember her from Laverne and Shirley. That was like the big one. And then, when I kind of started watching more movies, you kind of see American Graffiti later on. I saw it later on in the 80s. But I remember her in movies like fucking, I don't know if you remember Bingo, the one where the dog was like, the dog was named Bingo, and he was like going across the thing and like across the United States in an adventure. It's with the kid from, it's with the kid. Well, he was a kid then, but he was in the ref. He was the guy who came home from school and was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so he was the little
Robert
kid
Steinmiller. Robert
yeah,
Steinmiller Jr.
yeah, he was a kid in Bingo. And then I remember from the conversation. Excellent fucking 74 fucking Coppola movie with Gene Hackman, and just like a super little fucking known movie called Big Man on Campus, where they kind of do a take on the Hunchback of Notre Dame that she's in. I think I remember her as being like a professor, but Cindy Williams is great. I think Hondo dropped a little tidbit saying that she read for Princess Leia at one time.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
So it's just that's why we talk about her. She's definitely in the
and I could have
nerd zeitgeist.
I could have seen that. I could have seen.
Oh yeah,
Leia, yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at it right there in that picture, like just imagine her and Mark Hamill, brother and sister. Yeah, you could definitely see that. Yeah.
Maybe it was at that point she was a little too recognizable at that point. Maybe
possibly
probably would have took people out of it, and she was a TV star at that point too, so she probably would have had a little bit more. Laverne and Shirley started in '76, so yeah, right around. Maybe she wouldn't have done Laverne and Shirley because she would have been doing Star Wars. I could have changed the course of history for a few things.
I could. Well, I mean, not she had a good career, but it would definitely hyped her career on afterwards.
Yeah. So this is a sad one, but hey, man, it's she had a great career. 75.
That is young, but
it is young, but it's not too young where it's like super depressing. So yeah, it sucks that she didn't suffer too long, which is always nice too. So yeah, RP to Cindy Williams, man.
Yeah, sad to see her go.
Yeah, sad
to see them all go, man.
Yeah, man. It sucks when somebody dies. The evil pieces of shit live forever, but the good ones die young for some reason. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna kick off with the DC news because that's a lot of shit to talk about here.
There's tons of stuff to talk about.
All right. Man. So first, let's get a couple things out of the way for the non DC stuff. Well, the non James Gunn news stuff. We got Fury of the Gods trailer number 2. This is kind of more of what the story is and stuff. I actually like this trailer. I have not liked any of the marketing for this movie at all. But this looks good. This gets me kind of on board. I'm not a big fan of the Shazam franchise. I had some issue. I think I was talking in the pre-show. It was just too modern and cynical for me, for my taste for a Shazam movie. It needs to be more, I don't know, more heartfelt. I don't know. It just felt a little too modernized and cynical. And it did make sense, the Billy Bats and Shazam dynamic. They kind of screwed up on that. But barring that, there were some moments I did like. This trailer looks good, though. I think they put together. I think depowering the rest of the Marvel family is a good idea.
Oh, you didn't want them to begin with.
I didn't want them right away in the first movie.
But still, you didn't want them to begin. In the first movie, you still don't want them to begin with.
They needed to build up to it. Not in the first movie. We have all these kids. They have powers, and it kind of makes Shazam less special. But you build up to the family all getting the powers.
Well, we have a good show, good guiding light now. So
they shot their wad too early with the Marvel family. Focus on Billy, maybe bring in Freddie and Mary, but then not all the other.
Not all of them.
Yeah, like I would have been fine with just Mary and Freddie, but no, just all the other kids I had an issue with.
And see, this is the problem. This is what I'm hoping that they fix. That was one of those things that they went off of the New 52. Mm-hmm. That's the first. It's pretty much the first trade.
It's Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's series. I think it was backups in the Justice League. They basically retold Shazam's origin, like a modern retelling, which is not bad. It's good. It's a good storyline, but I don't know. I think it's kind of like too much to bring into the first movie.
Well, what I had an issue with is if they did that for the New 52, why didn't they do Aquaman New 52? Like, if you're going to go in that direction, just go and blanket it. You can't just cherry pick, how you guys want to do it. That's their problem. It's going to get fixed.
Hopefully. Yeah, but what do you think of the trailer?
Oh, I loved it. I'm on board with Shazam. I like the first one. Didn't say I love the first one, but I liked a lot. A whole lot.
Get that Cindy Williams picture down. Why didn't you tell me that was still on there?
Well, Cindy Williams, it's
well, Rick, you're supposed to be the producer on the show.
Yeah, but it's she's pleasing on the eyes. So
I mean, yeah,
it takes me back to the childhood. Just seeing Cindy Williams with starstruck eyes. But yeah, dude, I'm super juiced about this one, especially that the fact that I love the world of magic when it comes to DC. I think they needed to explore that more. Being it's one of like Superman's one of the most powerful characters in DC. It's like one of his main weaknesses. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed that we're never gonna get to see Shazam face off Black Adam. That's about the only bummer. But I just hope they keep Zachary Levi as Shazam.
Yeah,
going forward.
Even though he's an anti-vaxxer, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, if I separate their work from other people for other shit, I have to separate everyone. So,
I do like Helen Mirren. I do like Lucy Liu as the villains. Helen Mirren can do no wrong in my opinion. I love her in anything. So, it's cool to see that. She looks like she's going to kick some ass.
Good cast.
Yeah, the cast is really good. The one thing another gripe. The costume. Getting a good look at the costume. They're doing like the standard. Everything has to be textured and like I like the suit from the last movie. It wasn't perfect, but I kind of like that one a lot better because it felt more like an Alex Ross painting.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's all the little intricate designs inside.
Textured fucking suit. Just like the Krypton.
He's magic. He's not thinking about that shit.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of. I have an issue with a lot of the modern superhero. They just kind of like blend together. A lot of the Marvel stuff doesn't look good because they all look like tactical, like same fucking suits. I think they need to hopefully when the Fantastic Four comes in, they'll be like, because in the comics, Reed creates the unstable molecules, so basically he creates suits for everyone. He creates the suits for the X-Men, the Avengers, everybody. So maybe they'll streamline the suits a little bit so they're not looking. They look they don't really stand out to me. They all look fucking the same. So, I'm an issue with the suit, but the action looks good. I like we actually got some of the story. They're going around, taking their powers, and Shazam, has to make, kind of do it by himself. And
I dig that. I dig that a lot.
Yeah. So the trailer looks good. I'm on board. Like I wasn't really on board for this until the first couple. And you made a good point about just using the modern music. It just kind of really takes me out of it. Hopefully that's not too much in the movie because that took me out of Black Adam harshly when they started playing some of the modern fucking music. I was like, oh, come on, man. Like you have a chance to do some cool shit and make some original music, and you use some fucking music that every other fucking movie uses. If you're gonna do music, do some shit that we haven't heard or we haven't heard in a while. Like some shit that doesn't get played. Not the fucking, how many times you gonna hear Painted Black?
Yeah, I don't want this normalized music like it. Not to talk shit, but it kind of feels like they're trying to do what John Woo used to do. Like John Woo likes the beautiful music with like a fucking a hectic gun scene. It's like sometimes that works, but you don't have to put the hit, to match the action. It's not a music video. Yeah. That's what they feel like now. They feel like music videos when they do this shit.
It's hacky and
very hacky.
Very it's one thing to put music. I love music in movies. I love it. But I love scores and that. But I also I like pop music in movies. But don't use the same shit that everyone else uses, man. Like you see Guardians used like a bunch of obscure music that we haven't heard.
Obscure music, and that's another excitement for James Gunn coming forward.
Yeah. Well, if you're to like a lot of the songs I knew, I love that. Those are on my iTunes already. So it was cool when I heard fucking Redbone playing in the credits. I was like, I jumped up. I was like, oh, that's my jam. I love that shit.
These new directors feel like they're fucking rehashes of fucking McHugh. That's what it is to me. It's like I don't need your McHugh fucking
Michael Bay
action scene. Yeah, Michael Bay, fuck you guys.
School of filmmaking. What's up, Lori? Happy Taco Tuesday.
It will be, Lori. It will be.
I haven't seen Avatar 3 yet. I still haven't seen it yet either.
Neither have I.
Avatar 2, yeah. I was going to try to go this week, but yeah. I might just go to Stonestown and see it on the real 3D. Like, I was going to try to go downtown, but downtown's fucking mess. I hate going downtown.
I think that's the main reason I want to see it in IMAX, or I wanted to see it in IMAX, but I just don't like being downtown.
Things will be great when you're downtown.
Oh, no, I think of Little Shop of Horrors, where you go downtown, where the food is slop, we're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, too close to the source material. All right. So some second non James Gunn, well, kind of James Gunn news. He announced the date for the Batman Part 2, officially titled.
Nice.
So this is going to be coming out October 2025.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's a couple years away. Yeah, that's a little strike away, which is kind of a bummer. But it's 3 years. That the Nolan movies were, I think, 3 years apart too. So they kind of on par with Batman's. But we're gonna have to wait a while for that one. Let's see. All right. All right. Well, yeah. What do you think? It's a long way from now, but that first the Batman was pretty damn good. So hopefully it's worth the wait.
Yeah, it's just there's a few things that I hope for in that amount of time that happens. I hope that he puts on at least 20, 25 pounds of muscle. Pattinson, he kind of mailed it in on the workout, and if you're gonna be Batman, dude, you're definitely gonna. If it's like what this will be, I don't know what year 2 maybe in him being Batman now.
Well, yeah, the last one was like year 2 pretty much. So this will
so it's probably like his 4th year maybe as Batman.
Yeah. Or
I hope it's not a direct sequel like the day after.
Yeah, I want to see some time. Like I want to see some time go. And we're gonna have a Penguin TV show. I'm not sure if that Gotham show is still happening, but the Penguin TV show is going to tie directly. So he said we're going to get a couple TV shows to like fill in the gaps in between. So
that's great. That'll really help out. I'm not
subside your like needs. Like okay, at least I got a TV show and a couple things to like keep me in the universe. And and this is going to be under the Elseworlds banner. So
I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. That was one of the announcements too. That anything you like, so all these next few movies are going to be under the Elseworlds. He was kind of vague on the Blue Beetle status, so I think it's going to depend.
I think he's waiting.
I think it's going to depend how it's received, and like, all right, this is part of the regular DCU because it can easily fit, unless they filmed a bunch of scenes with Snyder people, which I don't think they did. This can exist in its own universe, in its own little corner. But I want to see Blue Beetle. Well, we're going to talk about a character that's going to get a show soon that we'll have some kind of interactions. But I'm totally okay with that. I think Marvel should do this too. Like they should do a what if side series, or a fucking some kind of alternate multiverse movie where it doesn't have to tie into everything. It's just set in its own little universe, and I'll be totally okay with that.
Well, see, that's what I was really happy with when they announced that Elseworlds thing. You get what you want, I get what I want. I want a cohesive DCU world, and you get stuff that's just purely standalone. Yeah. So we are going to get 2 different Batman, Batmans. Yeah. So Batman. So I'm super excited about that. I'm really excited to see what the casting is going to be going forward. So on everything, TV shows,
that's the next
Elseworld stuff. I think this is probably the best thing that DC announced to me. This really increases your content. Some shit you just don't have to. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have guidelines. Go make your movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he said also that we're gonna have we're gonna talk about one of the animated things. Like we're gonna try to cast the animated shows with the actors that can play them in live action.
Nice.
So, so that stuff is gonna tie into live action. We'll talk about one of that first. So we'll go through the TV shows first, and then we'll we'll go to the main event of the flick.
Mr. James Gunn, this is for you. Fucking love that guy, man. It's gonna be a fun show, right?
No. We better get through this.
It's gonna be a fun show. Fucking love this.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm smiling. I haven't smiled in a long time. What? Ready Player One.
I know, it scared me. Like when Wednesday fucking joined the cast of the play in Addams Family Values. What's she doing with her mouth? Stop me. All right, so let's go through this, man. Let's talk about this. Yeah, James Gunn had a little video pack. Did you watch the video?
I did not watch a video.
Okay.
I just saw the announcement, but I didn't see his video package at all.
I watched the video, and he basically just kind of ran through all the stuff he wants to do. It's like a 6-minute. It's pretty quick. So let's go through the TV shows first. Some of this stuff looks interesting. Some of it, we'll see. All right, so Paradise Lost.
Love this one.
So this is from Newsarama. So Paradise Lost is a new Wonder Woman TV spinoff set in Themyscira. This is the home of the Amazon and birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's going to be a Game of Thrones-ish story about Themyscira, the home of the Amazon. And the drama is really about the political intrigue behind the society of all women and how did it come about. Saffron said in a statement, "What the beautiful truths and ugly truths behind all that, and what's scheming like between all the power plays in the society." Gunn added. So yeah, this is going to be in the vein of Game of Thrones,
which it should be.
Which maybe a little Spartacus and stuff like that. But
I'm looking for Clash of the Titans.
Kind of Clash of the Titans. I'm totally down with this. A bunch of hot women, Amazonian women, beating the crap out of each other and backstabbing and doing some crazy shit and kind of setting up what this world is and how does a society with all women warriors works. And I don't know how far in the past it's going to go. But you can do the start of how it started, like when Hercules, I think in the comic Hercules beat up Wonder Woman's mom or something. It was some fucked up shit. So they kind of started a war and where they went off into their own. I would love the opening beginning shot of them fighting a bunch of men and basically killing all the men and taking over the island. Could be really interesting. Like it depends who they get to show run this. And what kind of budget they're gonna have. This could be a really amazing show.
Well, to me, that's kind of the scary thing about with Warner Brothers right now. It's budget.
Yeah.
They don't want to go over budget. They don't want to go under budget. But this here, dude, I'm so super juiced for it. This is what they wanted. They want something like that can run and last. If you're doing anything kind of like Game of Thrones. And the Themyscira stuff is so rich and deep because it blends certain mythologies. It blends the Amazonians. They blend Greek. They blend some Roman. So it's definitely rich.
Magic and there's all kinds. You can do a lot.
It's super rich.
Yeah, Cersei, one of the villains, is like big magic user.
It's good. Yeah, so it's gonna bridge the whole once again the world of magic. So. I'm super juiced for this one here. You're gonna have a bunch of female leads. So for people who are looking for, we want a female centric show, similar to Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk. You're about to get it, and you're about to get it in a large epic dose. So this one's I'm super. This is gonna be one of my when this premieres. I can't wait for this one. Almost everything I can't wait for, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be live action, not animated, right? Because I know there's a couple of animated ones.
Creature Commandos are gonna. That's the
animated one. Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about that one in a second. All right. So yeah, this could be interesting. A lot of potential with this one. All right. So
nothing has a release date, right?
I think Superman is coming out July 2025.
25. That's the only one I've heard.
That's the only one they've kind of set. Like this is when what's gonna happen.
July is a great time too, man.
Yeah, you know it. The birth of our great Messiah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Booster Gold. Booster Gold. This is another TV show. This is of all the this is perfect for a TV show.
Yes.
This a movie. You could do a cool movie, but this would be way better for a TV show. Kind of him. If you don't know who the character is, Booster Gold is from the future. He's a disgraced ex-football player. He was caught, I think, gambling on games or caught cheating somehow. So he works at a museum with a bunch of old superhero stuff. He gets his hand on a bunch of superhero tech. He gets a Legion flight ring and these force field power and flight powers. He gathers all this shit from old superheroes and pretty much goes to the past and wants to gain fame and fortune and kind of recapture that glory he used to have. This is another one potential to be a lot of fun. Another HBO Max show. You get a lot of fun with this, man. Just I hope they bring in Skeets.
That's the big thing. If they have Skeets, he can time travel.
Yeah, Skeets, and then he can have some funny interaction with Skeets. You could cast a funny actor to be the voice and be perfect. This has a lot of potential. Again, another thing where it's casting who you're going to cast as Booster Gold because that's very important. What do you think of this? What do you think of this news? And who would you cast as Booster Gold if you had the choice?
Dude, I've always been thinking about Booster Gold's one of my favorite characters because he's kind of a shitheel. Like what you call him the other day, he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what he is. Now, do you care if he's older or younger? Are you gonna, because they say they want a younger cast?
Well, not necessarily for everyone, but
that's what I mean. So this guy, if he's bringing people over, one of the best guys that I think can pull this off, because he's kind of a smarmy fuck, and it's not Chris Pratt, dude.
Fillion?
Huh?
Fillion?
No.
You might be way too old for that too.
Fucking what's the shit? I had his name in my head now. Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper's kind of a shit eater, dude.
Yeah, he would be good, but I don't think Bradley Cooper's gonna be doing TV shows. He's directing like Oscar movies and shit. So yeah, I don't know if he would like lower himself to do a Booster Gold movie. Wow. But he would be good.
Yeah. It would be great. It'd be great. You know, it could be a favor for Gunn.
Yeah,
they do love him.
Somebody mentioned Mark Paul Gosselaar has a Booster Gold. I can imagine Zach.
Dude,
Morris.
Zach Morris is trash. it would be fucking perfect. That would be. I've always said.
Once he said
I
it,
said The Miz, but that doesn't leave my head now.
Yeah, I like as soon as somebody said it, I was like, wow, that's actually really good. I think I would totally see Zach Morris. He's a little old. I think he's in his mid-40s right now. So
yeah, it'd be perfect. He's a disgraced fucking football star, still fucking just sitting at home. 8 years out of the league. But
I'm looking up pictures. Like, yeah, he would be perfect. I think
he'd be great.
He's a little. He still looks young. He's not like fucking.
Like the only other person I can think of, if I can pluck somebody out of time to play this guy, would have been somebody like Easy Rider, Peter Fonda.
Yeah,
he could play this character too.
Yeah.
Kind of that smarmy fucking grin that he's got. Look at that Booster Gold, you piece of shit.
Actually, the dude from Top Gun too. The fucking.
I already told you how I feel about that. That's fucking Scott Farkas all grown up, bro.
He'd be good too, man. He has that.
He would be. He's a smarmy fuck, and that's what you got to go through. You got to go through all these smarmy people. Like, as much as I love him, and he hasn't been doing anything, Sam Rockwell would be good.
That would actually.
Sam Rockwell would be great. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I would dig Sam Rockwell in this role. Booster Gold's and that. When I hear of a Booster Gold TV series, I kind of think something like Quantum Leap meets Back to the Future. He's not leaping into other people, but he's just being taken to other places and trying to fix
cool shit,
fix shit.
Like have him interact with just JSA. You can have him, interact with different people in different times.
This is the superhero Quantum Leap right here that can be done. Like he meets other heroes and he's got to help them out. Maybe he tries to help out somebody and he helps them out, but he doesn't realize that because he helped them out, now he created Dead Man. Dead Man died on the trapeze or some shit,
Or he goes to the past.
Or Dick's parents.
Or he disrupts the
the timeline.
Mom and Pa Kent, and they don't find Clark, and so they kind of fucks up the timeline. Yeah, you can do a lot of fun shit with Booster Gold. Yeah, fucking Quantum Leap meets like fucking any other fucking jokey fucking.
Yeah, I just think this to me has huge potential because like I said, I love Booster Gold. He was really essential when it came to the 52 series for DC.
Yeah, he was like the main.
He was front and center. Yeah.
So yeah, casting is very important for this because if you don't cast the right guy, this is not going to work.
You're going to hate him if you don't cast the right person.
Yes,
you want to hate him and like him at the same time.
Yeah. Logan Paul. There you go.
You would never get behind that though. You'd never get behind it. He's a piece of shit of a human being.
All right, let's jump. Yeah, Booster Gold, excited. Creature Commandos. Okay, so this is a 7-episode animated series written by Gunn. He said he wrote all the episodes are already they're already in production. So this is originally a team of classic monsters assembled to fight the Nazis. This usually takes place in like World War II. This is a modern take on the concept. The voice actors has yet to be cast, but the executives are looking to find people who can voice the animated characters and also portray the live action versions when the anti-heroes show up in movies and series. So this is going to be like the first test of kind of everything kind of intermingling, everything kind of like the cartoons and TV shows, and they even said the games are going to kind of interact. So this is basically like the Universal monsters, like the monsters like Legend, like werewolf. They'll have a werewolf and fucking
Is that a
Frankenstein.
werewolf? It looks like Weasel.
I think Weasel is going to be part of it. They said Weasel's going to be in it.
Oh, so that's already the first cast that they got.
And yeah, I think this is actually how it's going to look. I think. Yeah,
that's great. I love the way it looks.
So the guy on the left is Rick Flag Senior. So that's Rick Flag's dad. And somebody was speculating maybe we'll get Kinnaman back to play his father. That'd be cool. I like Kinnaman a lot. So
I like Kinnaman too.
Yeah, so this would be kind of cool, man. Yeah, this like in the comic they deal with like zombie Nazis and all this crazy shit. This is kind of like what the Midnight Suns are kind of be like a little bit like, oh, get all these like creature types to get together, and this will be like a Suicide Squad type of like a olden Suicide Squad. I'm sure it's gonna have ties to the modern age, but this could be a lot of fun too. Gunn, I'm hoping this is like R-rated. They haven't really said if their tone is going to be. Are we going to strictly just be PG-13? But with Gunn around, I think some things are going to be R-rated.
It'll be on HBO.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing right there. The fact that it's Gunn and it's HBO, I have a feeling we're going to get like rated R fucking TVMA cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think of this one, man? Gunn writing
I'm on board. The fact that Gunn's writing the whole series and he already had it all written out, and not just that, he's taking characters that people don't know about. He has a knack for taking characters that people don't know about and making them care about them.
Yeah, he's been good at that. He did that with the Guardians. Did that with the Suicide Squad. So that's he cared about Ratcatcher too. Like fucking
Polka Dot Man. Yeah, no doubt. It's like, what the fuck? I care about Polka Dot Man. I love that guy, and he definitely needs to be on board in DC, man. Yeah.
Good call on the Sam Rockwell.
No doubt. I know my casting.
Casting with Ricky.
Yeah. That's a segment right there, right?
Casting call couch with Ricky. All right. Let's see. All right. Next, let's talk about Waller. All right, Waller is this is going to be pretty much Peacemaker like 2. They haven't announced any Peacemaker anything from Peacemaker. They haven't said if there's going to be a season 2, which is going to be tragic because that first season was amazing. So Viola Davis is coming back as Amanda Waller. So this is Waller has been confirmed as a new DC spinoff show featuring Viola Davis, Amanda Waller in the lead role. The series would pick up in the aftermath of Peacemaker season 1, as the second season of Peacemaker has been put on hold. This is a quote from Gunn. I'm working on Superman, so we can't do Peacemaker 2. We're working on Waller in between. Announcing that all the main Peacemaker cast will star in the series. Watchmen's Crystal Henry and Doom Patrol's Jeremy Carver are writing the show. So there's an answer about the Peacemaker 2. So I think that eventually down the line we will get another Peacemaker, but this is gonna kind of be the ops team. I love the side characters. Of course, Gunn's wife is in there too. So what do you think of this one, man? We're not getting Peacemaker 2, but this kind of feels like a Peacemaker in between, like a Peacemaker
1.5. That's what that's what I was gonna say. This is gonna be great because Waller is pretty much. She's kind of the unofficial hub of all of this. She's got her hands in everything. Yeah,
and she looks like she's going to be the one. She's the one that they're bringing over. Like she's the one.
She's the only holdover.
Like J.K. Simmons coming back for No Way Home. This is going to be kind of like that vibe.
Yeah. So I dig, and plus I love Viola Davis. She's a great actress. I love the idea of having Waller. Only thing I want a couple of flashbacks to showing how Waller was. How she got to her position. Maybe one flashback episode of young Waller, young Agent Waller or whatever. I'm not sure. From what I know, she's the leader of Cadmus, right?
Yes.
Or so.
No, not Cadmus.
Not Cadmus.
The fucking was it Checkmate? Was it Checkmate?
Checkmate. So I want to see her get involved in that work all her tricks and schemes, because she's probably like one of the smartest women in DC. One of the
Yeah,
smartest characters in DC,
yeah, she's basically
ambitious characters in DC.
yeah, she's like the Nick Fury of the DC, like kind of
But
getting the job done and kind
yeah,
of
but she's dirty about it.
yeah, she's a little more like grimy about what she does.
Yeah, so I love the whole idea of like Nick Fury and that she's like a Nick Fury, but the best part of it is that she is like corrupted. She's dirty as shit. Ultimately, will do. Yeah,
absolute power corrupts.
Absolutely, no doubt. So this is why I'm so excited about DC. All the announcements, I was just like, yes, give me more. And okay. So this is great.
This could be Peacemaker 1.5. I can imagine seeing us showing up in this too. Maybe a couple episodes. Kind of do like the Book of Boba Fett thing where they had a little couple Mandalorian episodes in between it. So yeah,
maybe she brings them on to do something real quick.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this one I have some issues with. All right. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Lanterns. All right. So there's some good things and some things that kind of pissed me off about this. All right. So Lanterns. So Greg Berlanti, long in the works Green Lantern TV show. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Has been scrapped, and Gunn and Safran have parted ways with the longtime DC star, which is great news because Berlanti, like his vision.
Berlanti CW.
Yeah, and everything he kind of had that flavor about it. So yeah, you can shake it. And the place will be a new take on the space cops with power rings. Our vision is for very much in the vein of True Detective, Saffron described. It's terrestrial based, which fucking pisses me off. Will feature prominent Lanterns heroes Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and was most important shows they have in development. This plays a really big role in leading into the main story we're telling across the film in DC. So the one thing I was excited about the other Lantern show, they were going into space and they were going to deal with space problems. So now we're going to be on Earth, which bugs me a lot because I don't like the one biggest issue with that Green Lantern movie is all the shit on Earth. Shit was the shit that worked was the shit in space. So I have an issue with this one. I'm kind of bummed that they're going to have it on Earth. I think if it's partly on Earth, partly in space, I'll be okay. But if this is going to be mostly if it's 90% on Earth, I'm going to have a problem with this show. And it's going to be, so we'll see. Hopefully that's just a vague term, terrestrial based. But if it's on Earth and they're just standing around like trying to solve a crime, that'd be kind of boring. And the true, like, it doesn't need to be a dark, like Lanterns are not dark, true detective like stories. They're like more space cops. Oh, well, we lost Ricky.
Here? Why?
Ricky, where you go? Ricky.
There we go.
Ricky, where you go by? I thought he was protesting. He's like, I want the Lanterns.
No, yeah.
The Lanterns on Earth. So yeah, I don't know. Like, if I like a dark take on the Green Lanterns, like I kind of want more of a space opera, fucking space cop, buddy cop in space, fucking thing with my not like.
I wanted.
But like this kind of worries me. This is the one I had the biggest issues with. I don't mind. I get why they're going to use Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart because they're the bigger names. I was looking forward to seeing Guy Gardner and some of the other Lanterns get some rub. Who's to say they'll probably? It's called Lanterns. I could see them showing up at some point. But yeah, what do you think of this one, man?
Well, see, that's what I love about the show, or what I love about the name. It's just called Lanterns, right? So, who's to say that they're not chasing another Lantern onto Earth, and that guy's one of the bigger bads, and maybe he meets Lex, and they become they start. It could be that they're chasing Sinestro, so
Rogue Lantern hiding out on Earth. Like
exactly. That's the only thing that I can really just wrap my head around. It's like you're not gonna bring Lanterns to investigate just any ordinary crime on Earth. It's gonna take something huge to bring them here. So maybe it's somebody like Sinestro. Maybe they already had the War of Light, and maybe it's Atrocitus. Maybe it's somebody else who's a different colored Lantern who's just fucking shit up here on Earth. It could be a yellow Lantern. It could be a red Lantern. So that's what I'm leaning towards. If you're world building, they're looking for somebody who's big. And
but
to
like,
me, it's going to lead to Sinestro or
which is
what's
cool.
Sinestro's second in command. I can't remember his name right now.
It's Acredo. What the fuck is the name?
No.
Oh, that was a Red Lantern.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, but I don't want to see them standing around talking about looking at crime scenes. I want them in space, like, looking at crime scenes in space.
No, I get that, but it's just we're still gonna get to see.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's not a good use of the lanterns. Like them just standing around talking about solving a crime.
Arkillo,
like,
that's his name, Arkillo.
Okay, that's. I don't know. This one seems. I think they're again missing the point of what Green Lanterns can be and should be, and kind of thinking like, yeah, that's a cool buzzword. Oh, true detective. That's a cool thing to say in a fucking thing, but that does nothing to do with lanterns. Like, that's not how they operate.
We have to remember that too. For some reason, I have no idea what, but everything happens on Earth. I guess because we're Earthlings and we're reading it, and we value our planet not to get blown up. But that's the whole thing. It's going to be here on Earth, and yeah, I get that. I'm actually okay with that. I just don't want them. Well, Superman, another Kryptonian kill somebody. No. Make it fucking huge. Whoever you're chasing has to be somebody who's going to get connected to some kind of greater story. If that's what they're building towards, if they're making the shows, matter as much with the movies, whoever's going to be the person who's doing whatever they're investigating, he's going to be pretty fucking big in the greater sense of it.
That's great, but
so
I don't
no, I hear, and not to say there won't be, and if there's a second season, maybe they go into space.
Concept and move it to space.
No, yeah, it's not the same thing, because all those heroes that are here aren't in space; they're on Earth.
Yeah, but they don't need
all the villains that he's going to meet are on Earth. I understand keeping Earth out of it, and I'm with you, and I'm looking
space
at the
opera.
other.
It's space. Like, let's explore space.
I totally understand
space. We have all these shows.
You have no idea how much I want to go back into space.
Every single show takes place on Earth. Let's see some other side of the DC. I don't want to see Earth in a Green Lantern show, man. It's
depends on who they're chasing. It depends on who they're chasing. If they're chasing Despero, that's huge.
He's not really Green Lantern villain.
No. But that's what I'm saying. He could be asked to be whatever. I'm not saying if it's going to be like a directly Green Lantern villain, but whoever is going to be at the head of all of this is going to be fucking massive in the fucking greater sense of the whole vision that they got. There's a plan here. There's a plan.
It's still,
and I understand not wanting to be on Earth, dude. I want to be in space more than anybody. I want to see Oa. I want to see more of Oa.
Fucking good, because if for them talking in a coffee shop trying to solve a fucking crime, I'm gonna be fucking really bummed, because it's gonna be fucking boring. They have power rings.
It's gonna be boring because it's Hal Jordan and fucking Jon
Stewart.
Power
rings on Earth are boring. Power rings in space, cool. Power rings on Earth is kind of just. No, I'm not.
That makes no sense.
Power rings on Earth are boring.
Power rings are power rings. It doesn't matter where the fuck they're at.
Boring on Earth. Space, it's cool.
Blah, 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 blah. It makes no sense.
Earth boring. Space cool. All right.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the fucking power rings. Power rings are cool anywhere they go.
They look cooler in space. It looks corny on Earth.
It's the alcohol talking.
You feel the same way, Rick. You just you're trying to.
No, the thing is, I can't shit on it, because there's always a plan to things, Yeah,
the thing is a plan, but I don't want to see this plan. This plan.
So if the show actually turned out to be good, are you gonna still be that fucking mopey fucker? Be like,
yeah, it should have been in space.
They should have done this in space. Even if it's good, you're gonna say that.
Yeah, should have been in space. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you already have. I'm going in open. I'm going in open, bro. I'm going in open. You're already closing it off. I'm just saying that's no way to go. That's no way to go through things.
That's a lame. We have argued about this. You've been on this side. You've been on.
I'm on both sides. But the thing is, you're for you. The door is shut. They're not in space. It sucks.
You're sucking on the teat of Gunn already. Look at you, Gunn fanboy. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm so Gunn fanboy. I trust. He's earned it. He's earned the trust.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope it's
He's
good.
earned the trust.
So far, this one is not starting off good for me. This is a disappointment. Well, as soon as I read the synopsis, this disappoints me. So we'll see. I'm entitled to my opinion, Rick. This is my opinion.
No, you're
don't fucking make noise when we fucking try to make this.
The thing is, it's just so yeah, no, but it's so closed-minded to say, well, if I'm gonna not like it just because it's not in space, you haven't even seen it yet.
It has a fucking knock against it.
You're not saying it has a knock against it. You're saying you're not going to like it because it's in space.
And I've read enough Green Lantern stories that a true detective story doesn't really work for a Green Lantern. Like you could do a true detective Lantern story, but that's not how you should. That's not how you should show these characters, though. That's not how
go get fucking Kyle Rayner.
Why detective story is not a Green Lantern story?
You get Kyle Rayner and Guy Gardner, you got ring slinging in space. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. Yeah,
but we're going to get a boring movie on Earth.
With these two, it makes more sense.
It's going to be a boring cop show on Earth with green, like Power Rings.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be fucking. Watch it be like one of these like heralded shows, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
If
you make a boring, serious show about two guys investigating shit on Earth,
even if it's good, you're going to hate it.
If it's
that's
good,
the thing that's that's the thing that's gonna suck, man. You're gonna hate on it even if it's good.
No,
I'll be right there hating with you. I'll be right there hating with you.
I was ready to hate the Batman. That turned out to be one of my top 3 favorite movies of the year. So,
dude, trust me, I'm the one who came in ready. Like 84, here we go. 1984, Wonder Woman's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
Exactly.
But I changed my tune because I was still. Oh, it can still be good.
I have a right to change my fucking tune, just like I did by.
But you're saying you're not.
I'm just saying that to piss you off because I know how to.
Oh, don't get mad when I hit you with it, because you're doing it just to piss me off.
These people, man.
Ask me if I give a shit.
Clown.
You're the one fucking saying that. I'm just giving you the blah blah blah. But you're the one. You're the one thinking
it. Arguments of a.
You're the one thinking it, brother.
You're arguing like a 2-year-old.
I got everything.
Argue like a man.
I back it up, bro. Everything I say, I back it up. I got arguments. Don't get mad.
You forget about a lot of shit that you have selective memory on a lot of things.
No. It's not selective memory. It's that I am open to the whole thing coming forward. I don't close it off. I'm the one, dude. You watch one episode of a series and you close it off. I watch a whole series until I do that.
No, I'll give a couple future episodes.
No, but that's what I mean. But I finish a series, so don't say that I close shit off. That's not true. That is definitely not true.
No, I'm not going to waste my time with a show that sucks.
But some shows, even if they suck, they're still redeeming qualities and gives me hope for another season.
Some shows, no. Some shows, hey man, you don't catch me in the first few. I'm like, all right. And some shows, I've hate watched fucking certain shows.
Yeah,
but some like nowadays it's like, dude, there's so much other shit I could be watching. If I'm,
dude, I hate watch Smallville for the first 3 seasons.
I watch 3 episodes. I'll usually give a show like 3 episodes, and like that Pentavern. I fucking regret watching that whole series. I knew that it sucked from the first one, but I was like, all right, let me keep watching. Maybe this gets better. And no, it did not get better. It fucking got worse.
There are shows that do though. There are shows that get better.
Yeah, like certain shows. Yeah, I didn't like the first episode and like kept watching. It got good. So yeah.
So just hold that energy. Don't just say you're going to close it off.
I'm saying I have some issues, Rick. Okay,
I understand that. I'm not arguing your issues. What I'm arguing.
You're just mad. I'm not excited about
your issue that you're saying that even if it's good, you're still going to hate on it because you say it sucks.
Yeah, just because it pisses you off.
You see, that's just it doesn't make sense to me at all.
Rick, you hate on all kinds of shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you name one?
All kinds of shit.
Name one. I'm consistent, bro. Name one.
We hate a lot of shit, man.
You speak in multitudes of all this shit. You speak in vagaries, but name one. Name one.
You're acting like a real vagary right now.
Oh, really, Ray? See, there you go. There you go, Ray. It gets heated.
Sucks.
Fuck you, Leo.
Is there female villains in the Green Lanterns? Yeah, there's a few actually.
There's a few.
Yeah, there's a couple like Red Lanterns. There's a couple what's that lady? There's one lady with the when she had like I think she had a spear in the fucking. I forgot to fucking her name. Krista Kenobi. So yeah, Lantern. Well, I'll give it a chance just because Rick is so excited about it. But
Okay.
But just because Rick's so
all through that, and yeah, see, it's just, dude. If
I wanted a space opera, man. I wanted to just like.
I'm excited to see if it's Sinestro killing a whole bunch of fuckers on Earth, dude.
If it's a boring cop procedural on Earth with very limited fucking like powering action and it's kind of like boring. That's why like the Earth thing kind of.
That's why I want an alien. I want some kind of like legit threat, because that's the only reason Lanterns would take interest in coming and visiting Earth.
But if they're doing a fucking true detective type show, like we're not gonna.
They're not looking for fucking Jeffrey Dahmer fucking eating people, bro.
I understand where you're excited, Rick, because you suck at the gun teat. Next, the gun teat. All right, next, let's move on from the Green Lantern. Yes, suck on that teeth.
That should be the screen. That should be the screenshot for the show. Rick
sucking
at the gun teeth.
James holding you and feeding you
like fucking barbarian.
I'm gonna Photoshop fucking James Gunn with a power ring feeding you with a bottle. All right, let's move on. The Authority, the movie based on a team of superheroes.
Oh God, this guy! Stop it! You're gonna fuck up the computer. Now he's interested in fucking cables.
Oh my God, I got to compose myself, man. All right, The Authority. All right, a movie based on a team of superheroes with rather extreme methods of objecting the planet that first originated in the late '90s under an influential imprint known as Wildstorm. This was Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch, Frank Quietly did a run. Also, this was a little ahead of its time. This kind of started the. Like you probably wouldn't have The Boys. You wouldn't have like certain like this kind of influenced a lot of stuff. So yes, this is let's see. Yeah, so this is The Authority. You have some cool characters like Midnighter and Apollo, who are pretty much Superman and Batman, but they're lovers. You have like some cool like. There you go. Get him, Kenobi. Yeah, tell him Green Lantern sucks. bite him. Bite him.
Fucking sound like Chucky at the end of fucking the part 1. Kill him.
Track him down. All right.
Oh, motherfucker.
Get him, Kenobi. Team Kenobi. All right. So yeah, we this is kind of like they're like a team of heroes that just there's no morals. They're just trying to get the job done. There's some cool kind of cool space like in between multi-dimensional stuff going on. The character, if you haven't read Authority, the first couple trades are pretty damn
Midnighter,
good.
right?
Yeah, Midnighter and Apollo. I just mentioned that, but I wish you were paying attention. But
no, I'm looking at the character right here in the front. That's the Midnighter right there in the forefront.
Yeah, Jenny Argonauts, and the first 3 trades are pretty good. Then it kind of trails off. But it's a brutal story. Like the book is. I'm hoping this is uncensored. I hope this is like a rated R. This could be like the answer to The Boys and stuff for them. So this is the first of the movies we're going to be talking about. It depends who's directing this. This could be fucking pretty awesome if they get the right director. A big budget superhero, like basically The Boys, but on a big budget superhero movie level. Like a big budget movie level. This could be a lot of fun. And this is going to be kind of this is going to come out. This can be the one that comes after Superman too. So I wonder if we're going to have some ties, maybe leading up to Superman versus the Authority. Yeah, because and they kind of had that storyline in the comic. I think they was Superman versus the Elite. I think it was called something. Who they called the Elitist or some shit. Like it was kind of it kind of had the Authority type vibe to them, and Superman kind of took them down. I think they had a cartoon version of it too. I think it was called The Elitist or some shit. I forgot what it was called. But kind of like I could see them kind of going into that direction. So Rick, should this be based on Earth or in space? What do you think?
Well, the team is based.
I'm just kidding, man.
The team is based on it.
Well,
They're more like a backward Suicide Squad, which I kind of like you said, like the boys, clandestine group. Nobody fucking knows they go in. What I like is that they're actually supposed to do wet work. They're supposed to. If the guy doesn't want to come in, you got the authority to fucking splatter his brains wherever the fuck you want. So
yeah, was it? I think there was this was like a spin-off of what was this spin-off of? Not
Stormwatch.
Was it Stormwatch?
Yeah,
I think it was Stormwatch because Stormwatch got killed by aliens on the Aliens and Stormwatch. No, Wildcats versus Aliens crossover. The aliens killed Stormwatch, and these were like the leftovers of Stormwatch.
Yeah, because Midnight was one of the leftovers of the last Stormwatch team, if I remember right. Yeah. That's why I can recognize him. He's a fun character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally down for this. I like the idea of the authority. I like, once again, obscure characters that people really don't know when it comes to like DC. This guy again, son of a bitch.
Get him, strike him down.
Stop biting cords. This guy. Ah, there he goes.
Get him.
So yeah,
Strike him down.
Yeah, he's you can see that he's just going crazy now. He'll chill a bit. Yeah, but I like the idea of this. It's hardcore. It's good. This needs to be bloody as hell. It's going to be a lot of fighting.
Yeah, we're like Invincible level type fights, like
yes,
buildings are going to be destroyed.
Yeah, somebody who's working in the office cleaning a bathroom is going to fucking die because of these guys. So yeah, they have full authority, pretty much like the authority, full authority to do whatever the fuck they need to do to bring in whoever they're trying to bring in, or stop whoever they're trying to stop. Ow, you little bastard.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like, who would you get to like direct this? Like, who? What kind of?
Could they bring in Zack Snyder? No, I'm playing. that would be great. Yeah.
That would be actually not a bad choice.
That would be great. Could you get Zack Snyder? Oh, you little bastard. Yeah. It depends on the tone of the show too. If it's anything like The Boys,
I wouldn't mind seeing some like maybe the Daniels. I can see them because there's like a lot of weird shit goes on with this, with the bleed and stuff, like interdimensional shit. I can see them doing some cool shit like that. I've been wanting them to like take up a mantle of a comic book movie at some point. But
which one? Lee Daniels?
The Daniels, the guys directed everywhere.
That could be time for them to jump into mainstream.
Yeah,
but who knows? With they were their actors were kind of hating on the whole superhero genre, so who knows if they want to stay.
The movie was produced by the Russo brothers.
Yeah, no, I get that, but they're the ones who were talking shit. They still were talking shit.
They did multiverse better than some of the recent comic book movies.
Yeah, well, I do hope good things for this one. It'd be nice to see those guys. Honestly, I'd like to see those guys do something a lot bigger than the Authority. Yeah, I with their visuals, let them direct a Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe I like even trying to think of some like up and coming directors like Ty West. He'd be cool. Have you watched that?
Not yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
I think he has some good vision. If you give him a big budget, he could do some cool shit. You just got to get somebody with a cool, can work with a big group of people and can a good ensemble cast.
I like going after young directors, but sometimes you got to make sure you get young directors who actually got good things that they've done. That's some of the problems with everybody who's getting mad at the whole Batgirl cancellation. Like, dude, the guy did Bad Boys for Life. Wasn't the best out of all the Bad Boys movies. It was all right, not fucking memorable.
I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, though. It doesn't call to you. It's like, oh, somebody says, dude, you got to watch that shit. Yeah. Nobody, like, if like somebody like trying to remember the guy who did John Wick.
Yeah, a few of the guys. Yeah.
You know,
I think-
Anton Fuqua.
Oh,
You know,
he'd be
but
great.
it's like, he'd be great for this. But he's going into the whole I'm making dramas now. But
Yeah.
he'd be awesome for this right here. Antoine Fuqua. That would be my pick right now. That think about it.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's talk about. Let's do. All right. Let's talk about Swamp Thing, and then we'll get to the Superman stuff. All right. Let's do Swamp Thing next. All right. Swamp Thing. This will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time they try to do a Swamp Thing thing. So we had the original movie directed by Wes Craven. We had one of my guilty pleasures, Return to Swamp Thing. We had a TV show in the early 90s.
That was
right?
my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it was actually not a bad show. It was actually pretty good. And then we had it come back again for another TV show. I didn't catch that one. A lot of
I
people
haven't seen it. Where is it?
I think it's on HBO Max.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, kind of turned people off is that they canceled the show before even the show even premiered. So a lot of people are like, why am I going to watch this if it's only one and done? Like, you know, so it kind of turned a lot of people off. So this is going to be a movie, and this is going to end this chapter of these series. Of course titled Gods and Monsters for this slate.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, information on the new Swamp Thing movie is still limited, but we'll focus on the real origins of the mysterious DC character. And from what's been revealed so far about this one, it's expected to be totally darker than any of the DC projects. So Swamp Thing. If you haven't read the comics, the Alan Moore run is fucking amazing. It's really dark, creepy, all philosophical. It's kind of like all the craziness, man. If you haven't read that run of Swamp Thing, and some of the later runs are pretty good too. But I've always been a big Swamp Thing fan from the comic. I just think the look of him has always been cool, and I dig his origin. So yeah, this is going to end it, and of course, Swamp Thing is one of the bigger monsters in the DCU.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's huge, and so yeah, I mean, he's gotten a lot of play the last few years too in the main roster because he works. You know, he was in the Vertigo imprint for a long time. But he interacted with a lot of the DC, like there's interactions with Superman, Batman, other DC characters like Deadman, Green Lantern, like a lot of Animal Man. So a lot of characters interacted with Swamp Thing over the years, so you can easily put him in the DC universe. It depends who they get to make this. I heard somebody suggest like Guillermo del Toro, like directing a Swamp Thing movie would fucking make.
Can they get him?
That would make my fucking nipples hard on that one.
Can they get them? That's the question. Yeah.
But going through, like, and somebody mentioned maybe James Wan because he's done a lot of horror stuff. But dude, Guillermo del Toro directing Swamp Thing would fucking tickle my pickle for sure because he's a comic book fan and he was attached to that Justice League Dark for a long time. That was I think gonna feature Swamp Thing in it too, so he probably already has maybe take some of that script and bring it over to the Swamp Thing movie, maybe incorporate some of that, keep bringing some of those Justice League Dark characters. I wouldn't mind seeing Constantine Zatanna kind of move over to this.
Detective Chimp.
Yeah, exactly. You could kind of introduce those characters in Swamp Thing and kind of like spin them off in their own thing too after. Maybe this can lead to a Justice League Dark kind of thing after that. But Swamp Thing, I love Swamp Thing. I'm excited. This one I'm pretty juiced about to see him done again, but done right. Hopefully this is going to be they're going to spend some money on this and hopefully do it right. So what do you think of this one?
Love this one. I think this could be the one for of course he won't play the Doctor, but this could be the one for Batista to be inside the Swamp Thing suit. I could see that. I'd like to see. I would like to see a horror director. I'd love to see either those are wet dream ones though. Guillermo del Toro or even Peter Jackson. Scott Derrickson's on that list.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, I would want. Yeah, I want a horror director directing this. Like,
because Scott, to me, the perfect choice is Scott Derrickson. Like, I think he wants to make a horror fucking comic book movie. He wanted to make that with fucking with Doctor Strange. He didn't get the chance to.
Yeah.
I think the studio interfered, and I think the fact that he knows that a fellow director is in charge, a fellow director writer, he'd have a little bit more trust in him. I really hope they can get Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson's a great director, has a great feel for the camera. Great. He sets that mood with his camera, the way, the lighting, everything, the sets, especially that what they've had. Was he in like the Bayou, or was that just for Return of Swamp Thing? Was he in the Bayou like researching? I've never really got. Is in the Florida? Is in the Everglades?
That's in the Everglades, yeah.
It's in the Everglades. Okay, so yeah, see,
Hector Hammond, not Hector Hammond. Alec Holland.
Alec Holland, Dr. Alec Holland. Yeah. And right off the bat, Dr. Arcane needs to be the fucking villain, you know.
Yeah.
I want Dr. Arcane right off the bat. So yeah, Scott Derrickson. I don't want it campy. I don't know if I want a campy Swamp Thing. I want a scary version of Swamp Thing.
Sam Raimi for Swamp Thing. Yeah, it's like
unless he doesn't make it campy.
Yeah. I wanted this taking like we had the campy ones like the I'm not a big fan of the Wes Craven one. I think my issue with that one.
It's the suit.
The suit kind of takes me out of it.
The suit takes you out of it, but it's a great movie.
The suit in the second one is awesome. I love the suit in the second one. I think
the same suit they used for the show.
Yeah, that was a good suit.
Dick DeRock, and he was actually all three of them too. Dick DeRock was original Swamp Thing 2, and
he was good. I liked him a lot. I like shit.
Yeah.
Is he still around? Shit.
Sure.
Renee, the Return of Swamp Thing. I loved. I cried when Heather Locklear died and Swamp Thing brought her back to life with the plant power. I love that movie, man. The opening credits are awesome too. You got Born on the Bayou and showing all the comic book pages. I remember being a kid and like looking at all these comics. Like, where are those comics, man? I want those comics, man. Like,
yeah,
and seeing like the one issue with Batman. He's like hovering over Gotham. I was like, what the fuck? He hangs out with Batman? Like, what the hell? Blew me away as a kid. I love that movie.
Yeah. So that I just think it'd be great to do. I mean, I know we're getting hyped up. We want horror out of this, but I can see them going in a different direction. But I definitely want them to go
more darker.
Yeah,
it's going to be darker in tone than some of the other ones. So I'm assuming this is going to be. They're calling it a horror film.
Del Toro or Peter Jackson would be great for this.
I think Del Toro will be like him, just designing the creatures and all that shit. Would be
I think Peter Jackson, when it comes, like, you know, I think of the Frighteners when it comes to some of the shots for this.
Yeah, and Peter Jackson hasn't directed anything since The Hobbits, right?
Yeah, so maybe you can pull him out.
Yeah,
dust them off,
or for anything really in this fucking like whatever Peter Jackson wants to direct, like go ahead. But yeah, I would love that. Guillermo del Toro, I think, is like top of the list, man, and he already has ties to this stuff because he was rumored for so long with that Justice League stuff, the Justice League Dark stuff. So I could see it easily happening. I don't think it's that far off from like actually being a thing. So
I wonder if he would just ask, "Hey, Guillermo, I got something that you maybe want to do. Okay, let's do it." Yeah. That'd be great. I
I like your Guillermo del Toro.
Broke my broken English. Or you know what? Even with this one too. What if they really went out of the box and like maybe got one of those directors who are doing these horror Netflix shows, the Korean or Japanese directors, just pull somebody out of your, that who's killing it with their shows.
Directed Parasite. He directed some horror stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of like shit, like what's the guy who did Dr. Sleep? Fucking, my spacing on his name.
Oh wow, Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan, man. Like when I could see him doing something.
Muschietti would be great at doing this.
Muschietti, yeah. I want him doing I think he's gonna be doing some bigger stuff too, man. Like because a lot of people are saying that Flash movie is really good. And Gunn came out yesterday and said like
Batman.
He said it's one of the best comic book movies he's ever seen.
Give him Batman. Muschietti, give him Batman. Yeah. I trust him with that.
All right, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, let's go to the next one, man. This is a lot of controversy, a lot of fun. This is fun to talk about for sure. If you like the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel right now. If you turn on notification bells, they usually go on Saturdays most of the time, but Tuesdays are like alternate day, especially when some big news like this drops. Like this was like perfect timing because there wasn't a lot to talk about. It like the beginning of the year is not a lot to talk about.
It would have been a Super Frank special.
Yeah, this is like 10 minutes. But yeah, so like and subscribe to the channel. We'll let it, turn on notification bell so you know when we actually on and we jump on. But usually Saturdays, good bet. Saturday. Tuesdays are the alternate day, or whenever other day we're all free. All right, so let's jump to the Superman stuff. Let's first talk about, where is it at? Okay, there you go. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Let's see. With Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, taking its cues from a recent Tom King written miniseries, which I might have issues with. This movie promises a different take on what most people think when they think of Superman cousin comes to mind. We'll see the difference between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he was an infant, versus Supergirl, who was raised on a rock, a chip off of Krypton, who watched everyone around her die and killed in a terrible way for the first 14 years of her life, and then come to Earth. She's much more hardcore and not Supergirl we're used to. So interesting take. I have not read this. I've been kind of anti Tom King. I've been he pissed me off. I've been maybe thinking about giving him another chance because I heard there's a couple books that I might need to check out that he written, but I still have some issues with what he did to my boy. So this is a kind of a different take on Supergirl, like kind of a hardened kind of warrior, like she's stuck on. I wonder if they're gonna have I'm spaced on the name of the her planet.
Was it like Argo City that she was like stuck in?
Yeah, well, yeah, something like that. No, what the fuck was fuck it, I'm spacing on the fucking thing. So this is we have a Supergirl coming in the Batman movie, which I don't think I'm not a big fan of the design, whatever. But I think this sounds interesting. I don't know what to say about this one. I haven't read the comic, so maybe after I read the comic, maybe it'll become more clear. But this is definitely like a different take on Supergirl. But what do you think of this one, man?
I like it. I haven't read a lot of the Supergirl. It kind of sounds like it's gonna be a mismatch, maybe of like Supergirl and Power Girl. Because Power Girl is like the more hardcore one, but with the cooler suit everybody loved. Power Girl, right?
I love a boob window.
Yeah, but I think I remember reading, which one was it? I think it was one of the world's finest Batman Superman team ups when Kara comes and she just doesn't know any better. Like she has a different way. Like she uses more force than when needed. So yeah, I think this is hope. Didn't they have that in what was it? Justice League Doom, where she was part of it? Not Doom. It's one of the ones with Darkseid. But I think she was only speaking Kryptonian. But she was.
That was.
She was just always like you can't. You don't know. You can rely on Superman to do the right thing always. You can't really do that with her, and I kind of dig that. Yeah. She's ambivalent to the violence that she causes. She doesn't give a shit.
I think you're thinking of that was that Superman Batman run. In the comic. And she was like, yeah, that's the one where she fought Power Girl and said her like dark side was coming up, kind of like her evil side was coming. Yeah. And she ended up like fighting Darkseid was trying to corrupt her and like bring out more of the darkness. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, so, I think they did an animated movie with that too, right? Yeah, that's right.
So is this going to be in a movie? Is this going to be in space, or is this going to be here on Earth?
I don't know. It'd be better if it was on Earth. I don't know.
Yeah. So because that's the whole thing. I don't want her just like ripping up aliens. I want her coming here and starting shit.
Yeah, this one I think should be on Earth. Yeah, well, maybe you start half the movie where you see her like her planet,
planet destroyed,
and then you kind of see her like surviving and seeing people die, and like she like kind of see her heart, and then she comes to Earth, and her happy-go-lucky like cousin is just like, hey, I'm Superman, I'm having fun. And like, man, you didn't get to see fucking my world die and Krypton die.
I like this because this kind of reminds me, and you're gonna like this. This kind of reminds me of what Brightburn is. Except the ending might be different, where she actually turns out to be a lot, listens to her cousin and actually gets it. But this could be what Brightburn is supposed to be. I don't know how young they're going to cast her, uh, what, maybe 15, 16 years old.
Well, she
So
said 14 years of her life. I don't know if that, yeah, because
yeah, exactly. We're not going to know where they start for the whole thing.
when
Which
Clark left Krypton, she was the older person, and then when she comes to Earth, she's the younger person. Like their dynamic swim. Like he was a baby, and she was like,
so
I think,
she's probably going to be in her early to mid 20s then.
no, that's well, I think she's gonna come in like probably like maybe either early 20s.
He's going to be in his probably late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah,
I would
actually,
assume Superman's going to be.
actually, a casting for Supergirl, the girl from Chucky. I think she would be actually be pretty good. The blonde girl from Chucky.
The TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that show. Let me see.
You know what's the TV show? I thought you did.
No, I have kind of Chucky's not really my favorite my favorite slasher.
Watch that one.
He's,
No,
he's,
the show's good.
he's all right.
You don't like it.
Okay, Olivia Allendin,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
Lind.
yeah, she's got a little gravitas to her. Like I think she could be actually pull that role off.
She kind of looks it. Yeah, she would look the part. Yeah, I'd be on board with that.
Her
Yeah.
her sister was in The Babysitter. She's the blonde girl from The Babysitter.
Samara, the chick who's she plays the actual babysitter.
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
she would actually be a good one too.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, actually, she'd probably be my choice. That'd be a lot. She'd be a lot older.
Well, by the time this movie comes out, she'll be age appropriate, I guess.
Pretty much. But that I like the idea of this. It's pretty much Brightburn with a hopeful good outcome at the end.
Any picks for directors for this one? I can see them getting a female director for this.
Yeah, no, I have no issues with lady directors. Just trying to think of see, my whole thing is that you just don't want to just go, oh well, you're a director, you're a lady, let's get you. No, you gotta gotta be good.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that with a Supergirl movie, you want to just with Wonder Woman, you want a female director. Not just so I like the best person for the job.
You want to do it big. You want to do it big with this movie. Get Catherine Bigelow if you want a fucking a director. She can do action. She can do good movies.
Yeah, actually, what fucking the way it's looking, man, like Elizabeth Banks, fucking that Cocaine Bear.
After Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. She could step up and do a superhero movie. I wouldn't mind seeing it. She gets
she could put herself in a cameo as her mom.
Yeah.
That'd be a great because she does look like probably like the way her mom does in the comic books. The short hair. Yeah, I would dig that. I totally dig that right there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, I like Catherine Bigelow. Bring somebody with some fucking Oscar clout, legit Oscar clout. Yeah, and not just that, she fucking directed Point Break, so she knows action.
Yeah,
she knows action.
Yeah, I think they'll cast an unknown for this one. You don't really need like a superstar to gun this role.
If you don't get a superstar, you need a fucking great director to guide that person and find it.
I hope she has crypto with her.
That'd be sick.
I hope they have. Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Lori talking about the Swamp Thing. Del Toro's creature design alone will be epic. Yeah, him getting to redesign some of those DC monsters and stuff would be fucking super cool. Let's see. Superman versus Spider-Man movie. I can see that happening in 20 years, when all the ideas run out. I can see that happening.
Disney has shown to work with other people.
Yeah, I can see that happening at some point. But yeah, I'm probably 20 years down the line when they run out of ideas and money. It's all right, let's just team them up. Or Disney fucking buys Warner Brothers and fucking just merges the universe. I can see that happening too. All right, let's go into some of the big dogs right here. This is the big boys. The big boss. Superman Legacy. So this is going to be the start of it. This is going to be the which you kind of have to. Superman's that's the first superhero.
He's
that's
the flagship.
He's the one. So Superman Legacy will be is the first movie in the new slate and will be released globally on July 11th, 2025. Written by Gunn, will focus on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage and his human upbringing. Well, like every Superman fucking movie, that's like the same fucking shit. This is really the start of the DCU. Safran said in the statement per Deadline. It's not an origin story. Thank you. It focuses on Superman's balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, his embodiment of truth, justice, and American way. His kindness in a world that thinks kindness is old fashioned, which I think is a great line.
That's gonna be great.
No casting details or directors have been announced, but watch the space. This will be the first new Superman movie since Man of Steel, really. Gunn's gonna direct this. I think no fucking way that Gunn doesn't fucking write this. He's spearheading this fucking universe, and what better way to set the tone for the movies coming up? He's gonna direct this. I think he's writing it. He's gonna direct it. Of course,
written, produced, directed. He's gonna do that.
Yeah, I think this unless you you can bring in other guys, but he's direct. As long as he's writing, I'm good. Like I wouldn't mind J.J. Abrams. Like as long as he's not writing it, I'll be okay with like Abrams directing this. But
he's not. He's definitely not writing it.
Yeah, because I read part of his Superman script, and that shit was fucking horrible. Superman, was it Flyby? Oh, that shit was fucking trash, dude. Like Lex Luthor was Kryptonian and shit. Like, oh, it was so fucking stupid. Oh, it was so dumb. I was like, oh my! I remember reading
changing shit. Just go with it. It's already there.
Reading that shit on Ain't It Cool News about 15 years ago and being so pissed. Yeah, man, this Superman. They said it's going to be influenced by All Star Superman, where this panel of him taking a shit on a cloud. I like pointing that out. Anytime anybody brings this cover up, it just looks like he's taking a shit.
He's got the look of a serenity on his face right there.
Taking a super poop.
What I look like.
It's a great run. If you haven't read it, Grant Morrison, Frank Quietly. He's it's kind of going through Superman's like it's almost like a Silver Age Superman, like very hopeful, very fun. I think that's they try to go a little dark with Superman. Superman's a character you need to go a little more lighter. Like you're trying to make Superman dark, even though Man of Steel I think is a masterpiece in my opinion, one of my favorite comic book movies. But I understand why here like Superman fans do not like it. I get it because you've been shown Superman has like a goody two shoes Boy Scout for so long. So when you go out of that norm, you get all offended. I liked it because I like Superman, but he's not my favorite. He's not. I liked it. I like it. So yeah, this is going to be the more hopeful Superman, the more positive Superman. This is going to be the flagship, kind of the starting point. This is where we're kind of going to set the tone for the rest of the movies. And I kind of like how they're going back and like we got some horror movies, we got some action movies, we got some
finding the tone of each character.
Yeah, and not everything has to be the same. Yeah, and like I like the Snyderverse stuff, but it kind of felt too similar, which it didn't need to be. Yeah, these comics are all different, man. Batman can be dark. Swamp Thing can be a horror movie. So not everything has to be the same like tone and what have you. This has this could be amazing, man. We haven't had a good Superman movie since Man of Steel, so we haven't had one. So what do you think, man? Are you excited about this one?
I'm excited. I know that. This is the best part about it is I know this is just the base for the storyline, and this is one of my favorite storylines. I know it's definitely Hondo's. Hondo, talks about this one all the time. It's a great book.
Yeah, Superman, and it's a great story. Yeah, it's great to see. It's very sad too. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's super sad. I just hope they don't go that way with the sadness because if I'm right, All Star Superman is kind of like self-encased by itself.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe.
It's its own story. So if you're trying to use this as a starting point for building a universe, you can't have such a bleak ending. If you do, it needs to be something like E.T., where fucking, like Elliot's fucking like, oh, he's dead. And then he fucking E.T. phone home and everybody fucking like beams and gets happy and shit. It needs to be something like that where maybe it's Lois, as the role of Elliot, bringing fucking
Elliot.
E.T., E.T. back here, Lois. But yeah, dude, I want to see what a James Gunn Superman movie looks like.
Yeah,
like
imagine like this is like a dream. So like James Gunn writing, Spielberg directing would be awesome.
If he could do that, if he could pull that off. I mean, J.J. Abrams is the next best thing,
Yeah,
to getting
like a dream scenario for that. I don't think it's not going to happen. But it's kind of a dream scenario. Like I would like if I had my way, like James Gunn writes it, fucking Spielberg
directs.
Fucking Williams comes back and scores it. Fucking what dream?
New brand new score though. I kind of don't want because I don't want that music to feel out of place.
Yeah,
just a brand new fucking score. But I did like the score from Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is amazing. That score is fucking awesome.
That's great. It's a great score. I love that score.
So good. Like
I will play that song and go flying around in the game in DC Universe and shit, just because it just feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just you can hear Russell Crowe's voice. I with this one here, it does come down to casting. I know that you had like that one guy, and I was just like, no,
he's in Pearl. Watch Pearl and just let me know your opinion, because I like when he was playing, like it felt very Clark Kent-ish to me. I could see him kind of pulling that off. But yeah, you go with there's a billion actors that can play Superman. But you just have to find that one, man. It has to be the guy that can play Clark Kent and play Superman as two different people. That's the casting you need.
That's the key to Superman.
Yeah, you're basically playing two roles. Like you need to be able to play two different kinds of characters for it to work. Like because it's not the best costume, like the best secret identity, the glasses and the fucking just slouched over. But but somebody that can pull it off, man. I think Christopher Reeves actually did a really good job. Like kind of the way he acted, the way he did
over suit and just super.
Yeah, Cavill wasn't the most convincing Clark Kent. He's just too like, he looked like you're Superman.
He's stunning.
Too handsome. But yeah, man. What's
I just don't want him to end like All-Star Superman did. Like it needs to have it needs to be able to if this is the starting point, this needs to propel the whole thing into like just shoot it out of a fucking cannon. Because I mean, it wasn't what's it called that did it so much. The Incredible Hulk. I mean, it was just an end credit, but Iron Man did a decent job of shooting everything forward.
Yeah,
which was nice, and this definitely needs to be that. It needs to shoot everything forward,
and
DC has it better. They're starting off with a better character.
Yeah,
like to start off your whole thing, you got Superman, not Iron Man. Iron Man is. In my book, he's trash. I know people love him, but they love him because of the movies.
I like Iron Man in the comic because the armor, and when I started reading Iron Man, James Rhodes was the Iron Man. So yeah, and I've never been a big fan of Tony Stark.
Tony Stark's a douche.
I always thought he was a prick. Like the armor's cool. I like the armor. I like the look
armor's
of the
great.
Armor. But Tony Stark as a character is a fucking trash. But yeah, this is. Yeah, if Gunn's gonna direct this, but like other than Gunn, like it has to be a big name. Like every director in Hollywood has to be salivating to direct a fucking Superman movie. But it has to be an epic, somebody epic, man, to set the tone for this. So I think that's what I think is like pretty much 95. Like if you can't get Spielberg, oh my god, because you get Gunn can direct any of the other ones for like easily,
Would that be off of one of his checklists? He's never done a superhero movie.
Spielberg, yeah, no, like he had meetings with Marvel and DC and stuff. So what do you want to direct?
I mean, but just think about it. If you go to Marvel and they're like, "What do you want to direct?" and he just starts, going through everything, he's just like, "I don't know." But you go to Steven Spielberg and tell him, do you want to direct Superman? That's a different kind of a thing. I mean, you can say the only other thing that I would suggest to Spielberg if he were to do like anything Marvel would probably be Spider-Man. But I think if he made Spider-Man and I think if he made Superman, I think Superman would be the superior movie that he would make.
Yeah, no, Superman would kind of more fits in his kind of tone of.
It's his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So dude, see now you got my fucking mouth watering for steak and shit now. Because like that's all I'm thinking about. It's like, oh man, that's a wet dream right there. Fucking Spielberg directing Superman. Yeah. James, I mean, if you get J.J. Abrams, that's a good close second.
He's kind of lightweight Spielberg. So like I like J.J. Abrams a lot. So I would not mind that.
I like Abrams too. He just can't write it.
He's got a lot of detractors. Like it's not his fault about Rise of Skywalker. That movie had issues from day one, so it's not really his fault on that one. All right, So all right, let's get to the big boy, man. This is the big one. We got Brave and the Bold, the Batman Brave and the Bold. This is the big one, man. I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk to Rick about this one. So, all right. So this is Brave and the Bold, of course, from the comic, the old Silver Age comic. It was kind of a team up book. With all, kind of, we have different characters would come in. There's also a run in the comics, Brave and the Bold, with Batman and Robin, Damian Wayne. So we're getting Damian Wayne as a Robin. So a lot of people were speculating that they were going to cast Bruce the same as Superman, the same age. It looks so. It might be we're getting a little bit older Batman, not like super older Batman. This is the introduction of the DCU Batman, said Gunn, of Bruce Wayne. It also introduces our favorite Robin, Damian Wayne, who's a little son of a bitch. The movie will take inspiration from the now classic Batman run. Again, Grant Morrison, he just loves Grant Morrison, doesn't he? And that introduced Batman's son that we never knew existed. A murderous tween raised by assassins. It's a very strange father and son story. So this is not going to have anything to do with the Batman. That's going to be on this different universe.
Totally on its own, yeah.
So I read some other reports too. This is going to have the Bat family in this. So I think we're going to get our Nightwing, maybe hopefully Tim Drake in there. So this is I hope that they don't like, oh, this is his first Robin, Damian. No, it needs to be the legacy characters. I kind of wish they kind of started off with Tim maybe, and then explain like, Dick was the first one, maybe have Jason Todd in there, and then lead to Damian. But they're going right with Damian, so he has to be at least 30 if they're gonna. It depends how old they're gonna make.
He has to be in his mid 30s. Minimum.
Well, it depends how old Damian is, because
but the thing is, when does it? Okay, so we're going by this, right? So he becomes Batman at what age?
Depends on what comic you read. Usually, he goes on an excursion for like 8 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. So within those 8 to 10 years, that's where he meets That's where he should technically meet Talia, right?
Yeah. In the spans of like training. So
and that's where I'm like, so what year did he start as Batman? That's where you kind of start backtracking, because anywhere within those, and I wouldn't say it'd be very early. I wouldn't think he could do it the first day he fucking meets her. You never know.
Yeah, and then she secretly has the kid and goes off, and
so at what age does he leave to be Batman?
Yeah, and I've seen the debate, a few people debating like how old should they make Damian? Should he be a 10? I think it's more crazy if he's a 10-year-old kid like Hit Girl, just have the Hit Girl fucking type shit like where he's a young kid. I don't want to see
him 12 years old.
I think 12 is a good age. Like I saw people like, oh, he should be 17, 18. Like no.
No, that's way too old. We haven't even seen that in the comics yet.
Yeah. So 12. I think 12 is a good space for him. Because it's more crazy when you have this little fucking 12-year-old like going around killing like Hit Girl and fucking and it's pretty much
that's what you want to see, like physically out of him. Like, see, my whole thing is like Damian, he's that guy going into his teenage years, so it's that he has an allegiance to the League, but this is his dad. I love that he starts thinking about the way his dad tells him things, and Batman, the way Batman tells him things, and he's just like, all right. Then he starts listening to Batman instead. He's just like, yeah, my father cares about me. Not like the League. The League just wants you to go fucking kill, and if you happen to die, so be it. But Batman don't operate that way.
I want hopefully Dick Grayson's in this movie, because
he's gonna be. He better be.
He should be in this movie. Like Nightwing should play a role in this, like a big role in this movie. He should be like the older brother, like the firstborn son. That Damian kind of has that dynamic with like, oh, you're the firstborn, but I'm his real son, and they kind of play off. I love their dynamic, and the comic was great when Dick was actually, I think that shot was actually from that series from when Dick Grayson was Batman. So he should be in that movie. Like I don't know if they're gonna fit in the other guys.
I'd like to see Tim Drake, because Tim Drake and Damian, they had like some. He nearly killed him.
Yeah.
So nearly killed him.
I think maybe like in the first one, maybe like reference it, but like I think it might be a little too much to add all those guys. But Dick Grayson needs to be a part of it. You could have Batgirl in this. You could have some of the other Bat family. They said Bat family, so that encompasses a lot of characters.
That's a
Huntress,
lot of characters.
Huntress,
Oracle.
Batwing, Oracle. Like, there's a lot of characters you could bring in that are under the Batwing, Bat family. Azrael. But a father son Batman movie with Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne and Bruce having that crazy dynamic, and him trying to figure out how to deal with this fucking crazy League of Shadows fucking trained son. This could be a lot of fun, man. This could be and it's a cool like I'm glad they're going this way, because we got the Batman gritty stuff going on in the Pattinson universe. You can tell a straightforward Batman movie, but this Batman is going to be the DC Batman. He's going to be fighting I want to see superpowered criminal. I want to see Clayface. I want to see Man Bat. I want to see fucking a proper Killer Croc. I want to see like the supernatural fucking villains that he faces, and now I'm okay with the Pattinson. You do all the reality-based villains in that universe. Now we can have, this is like we're gonna have our cake and eat it too. So I'm pretty. This is pretty exciting. Like far as like directors, I've heard some like a lot of people want Affleck to come and direct this.
I wouldn't mind that.
I would not be mad at that at all. I think he'd be great. And of course, my all-time. So I don't know. Like I love David Fincher. I've always wanted him to direct a Batman.
We already got that.
Yeah,
you can't. If you bring Fincher in, you're pretty much doubling on the Matt Reeves thing. So I can't have that now.
Yeah, like I want Fincher to direct the Batman type movie, which is we have already kind of got that. So like this is going to be more of an upbeat Batman. Like Batman can still be dark, but still be upbeat. There's the dynamic with Bruce and Damien.
It's a father-son one. It's a father-son movie.
Other than Affleck, which I think would probably be at the top of my choice, is like, who would you get to direct this?
Can we have defectors from Marvel?
Well, yeah, I think everything's open, really, right?
I get the Russos for this.
Russos for this?
Oh, it depends on if they do the League of Shadows, which is what I want them to do.
It's going to have something to do with the legal Shadows.
That's the big thing. It's for this movie. It's going to come down to who are the villains. It's all for me with Batman. Definitely, it's always the villains. So I think with this storyline, you're going to probably have to. It's going to be, could it be Ra's checking if Damien is subservient to him?
And what was the story in the comic when they fought a bunch of man bats? Like the man bat, like the League of Shadows, like crossed DNA with man bats. So they basically, like I've seen a fucking Damien just going
That'd be
off
great.
With a sword, killing a bunch of man bats. That'd be fucking dope. Oh my god, that just fucking came into my head. Like, oh my god, that would be awesome.
So and that's a good way to satisfy the secondary villain that you have to have in like a Batman movie.
Yeah,
like it's not. It's not Rosh, but Rosh is using the man bat serum to create more man bats. That'd be dope.
Turn these assassins and man bats, and they have. Oh, that'd be great. Oh my god.
You have him with the Dr. Langstrom like locked up, and he's just like taking. This won't hurt a bit, and he keeps just taking samples from him. Oh, that'd be great. But yeah, I definitely would want League of Shadows, and yeah, for me it's either Affleck or the Russos. I want like top notch action in these movies. And those two can deliver. Like I love the idea of Fincher, but I love the idea of Fincher directing more of the Batman, like you said with Pattinson. Let him direct those movies. Matt Reeves is doing a good job with that already. So unless Matt Reeves doesn't want to do one, then you bring in Fincher to take over those. But I don't think Fincher right now, the way the DCU is feeling, especially with this, the way it goes out, I don't want Fincher directing.
I think Matt Reeves has a trilogy plan. I think this is going to be a trilogy. So
yeah, it'd be perfect to bring in Fincher after that, take it over. Yeah,
I'm trying to think who would be a good man.
It'd have to be somebody who could direct action and not just action, but could direct family.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's because this is family.
Yeah.
If they didn't fucking lose their touch, the Wachowskis would have been perfect. Visually, it would be great.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so many things you can do with this. I'm hoping for like a more comic book y suit too. I want to see a dark gray. Oh yeah, Matthew Vaughn would be great. I'm okay
I
with
think
that.
Matthew Vaughn would be great.
We were just talking about Kick Ass and the Hit Girl. You know how he handled Hit Girl. That's pretty much how you're
That
gonna
that
handle Damien.
that would be great. Matthew Vaughn could do that
Yeah. Uh,
easily.
yeah. Let's see. There's no Star Trek movie in the plan yet. Like there was rumors about Tarantino, but
That Star Trek's being held. I don't think they got their hearts into it ever since Anton Yelchin passed.
that Picard fucking show season 3 looks amazing. You see the fucking trailer for that?
No,
Oh, dude, basically is Star Trek Next Generation. All the cast comes
all
back.
over again. Okay.
Red Tornado. I don't think Red Tornado would work in a movie, but he would work in
He'd work in a team.
Yeah, like they do Young Justice. Dr. Fate, like, oh man, if they get fucking Pierce Brosnan to do a fucking Dr. Fate movie, that was the best part of Black Adam, really.
Dude, fucking The Rock would be so fucking pissed if that were to happen. Oh my god, that'd be great though. But Dr. Fate with him would be great.
What about Lobo on the DC? Supposedly that's what they met. They met with Jason Momoa like a couple weeks ago, and he left the DC offices screaming with joy, like literally screaming and like super like happy about some shit. So I think they're gonna announce that after Aquaman 2 comes out, because
I could just picture Jason Momoa just walking out the doors, fucking going crazy, doing a cartwheel. Oh man, yeah, because he's perfect for Lobo.
Yeah, I think no, he's good. Yeah, way better than Aquaman for him, which is he's good in anything. But yeah, so yeah, man, this has a lot of potential, man. I want to see a fucking badass new Batmobile. I want to see fucking. I want to see some awesome. I want to see an awesome Batcave. I still haven't seen an awesome Batcave in a Batman movie. I've been wanting to see an awesome. That's what pissed me off about the Dark Knight trilogy, because once they destroyed the cave and they teased, we have to fix the foundation. I'm like, oh, cool, we're gonna get a cool Batcave, new Batmobile. I'm like, no, we got the same one, and then we got like him in a fucking storage container in the second movie, and like basically like no different, no change in the third movie. So I was like kind of bummed out. That was one of the things that pissed me off about that. I want to see comic book Batman on the big screen, which we haven't really gotten. We've gotten like close to it. Actually, the Batman versus Superman Batcave was actually pretty cool. But I want to see I want to see the giant T-Rex. I want to see the giant Penny. I want to see the goofy fucking like.
I want to see the Batcave.
Yeah, like I want to see the Batcave done properly. So that's I'm excited about this. Like, cool, we're gonna get our cake and eat it too. We got a dark, gritty Batman that's in the real type world, and we're gonna get the karmic Batman with
and Robin,
all the crazy shit, like the Batman Robin, like a proper Robin. We haven't really seen Robin done accurately on the big screen. We got middle-aged Robin, which I didn't hate, but still, it's got a lot of potential, man. Like this. All right, so. Let's see. Let's go. All right. So as far as the slate goes, pull up the big all of them. What would you say is in your top 3, man? Excited about?
Out of the top 3, well, the Wonder Woman's not really Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, that's like mascara.
Yeah. So, just because it's them, and I don't know who's attached to it yet. I'm gonna say Superman. I'm gonna say the Brave and the Bold, and possibly Waller, because those are the three ones that I know that like James Gunn's gonna have something heavy. He's gonna have something heavy in all of them. But Waller, I know, is writing it. Superman, I know he's writing it, and Batman. If he gets the right people, that's another flagship. You can't fuck that one up.
Yeah, that's like that's another one that sets the tone for the Superman and Batman. That's easily like top for sure. And then it gets a little this is hard.
For me, it's Waller, just because he's writing the show, and James Gunn's a great writer.
He's not writing.
No, he's directing it, right?
I don't know if he's directing it either.
Okay, so that's gonna change. That's gonna change my thing.
He wrote Creature Commandos.
So
that he brought
but I'm not too juiced about that one. It'd probably go Superman, Batman, Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
because yeah,
the horror aspect of actually getting a comic book horror movie,
yeah, and
I don't think we haven't had that since like Blade,
and I
and it
think
really
it's
wasn't a horror.
yeah, and I don't think and I think it's gonna be called Swamp Thing, but I think we're gonna get some of those Dark Universe characters too in this. I think that's gonna be kind of the gateway to a lot of these dark characters.
JLA Dark.
Yeah, so I think Superman, Batman, Swamp Thing. I would agree with you. Those are like,
Yeah,
but curious about that Authority. That Authority could be really insanely fucking awesome if they do it
yeah.
right.
My next level would be Booster Gold, Amanda Waller, and Supergirl.
Okay.
I mean, like honestly, Booster Gold. I'm surprised that he's getting something. Uh, it should be Green Lantern, but I'm just so surprised that Booster Gold's in the mix.
Yeah.
Usually, he's in the mix for some real heavy shit when it comes down into it. So that's why I think I'm really like excited to see what he's got. Though I think that'd be the next, and then finally it'd be Lantern, Authority, Creatures, and Paradise.
Yeah. Yeah. Paradise could be like, yeah, that'll probably be last on my list because you don't know what it's gonna actually be. Like they had some good buzzwords in their description. Yeah, like what is this gonna actually be? You know, who's gonna be behind it? Who's gonna be like writing it? Who's gonna be show running it? So that's a lot of unanswered questions with that one, but it potentially could be top of the list by about when it's all said and done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this is going to be like the first 4 years of the slate. So I'm sure they have a lot more to announce. So we got one, two, three, four, 5 movies, and then 5 TV shows. So this is just the beginning, really, because they're thinking some big things for this franchise. So I'm excited, man. This is a good time to be a fucking comic book fan.
I just hope that Blue Beetle does well, because if they announce Booster Gold, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold would be a great combo.
Yeah, but I want Ted Cord though, man.
No, I know.
Renee's excited about Swamp Thing, Batman, and Superman. Yeah,
same with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's I think if you're an old school comic fan, you're curious about a Swamp Thing movie for sure. But I think this is a fun reveal. I think this is this is how you do it. You made fans salivate and speculate and all this shit. And I'm glad they have a plan and they got somebody that's spearheading it. Like I like the Snyderverse, but it was kind of all over the place, man. You didn't really get the idea of what they're playing, and they kept on changing things. They fucking changed Justice League and they moved all that shit around and. They had too many hands in the fucking kitchen. Like they cut up Batman versus Superman a bunch. That movie didn't make any sense the first time we watched it. The director's cut is a far superior movie. Still has issues, but still a way better fucking movie. And they totally butchered. Like I didn't mind the Josh Whedon cut for the most part because I was like, it's okay. But then I saw
after you see the fucking Snyder cut, it's trash.
Yeah, it's like, oh, why? Well, you went in a totally fucked up way.
He went Marvel.
Like some of the things I was like, Josh Whedon out of that. I was like, no, that was Snyder. He did all like the cool shit in the fucking in the movie. Like, Whedon just came in and fucking had Ezra Miller flop on fucking Wonder Woman's breast. That was the only thing he fucking added. So yeah, I like where we're going with this, man. This is gonna be a fun ride, man.
Yeah.
All right, that was so hot, man. That was hot. We got to jump in the pool and get a little cool. All right, just pull list stuff you picked up, listened to, watched, read, hate watched, or hate loved. You want to go first? You got anything?
Yeah. So I've been reading. I think I told you about it. Wizard for Hire by John Butcher. Harry Dresden. I think people might know him from that one season series, the Dresden Files. It's about pretty much like a Wizard for Hire. It's cool. Like as I'm getting closer, as I'm reading more into it. Like if a record's playing because he's magical, like he goes in, the record will start like skipping or doing something like mechanical things. He goes, dude, I can't walk 50 feet of a copier machine without the copier machine like going haywire. So it's like his magic kind of has something to do with it. So so far so good. I dig it. It's kind of reading like a detective novel, but with the wizard being in charge. So I'm liking that. I just finished for the first time Mass Effect, the first game. It's part of the Legacy Edition that I downloaded off of a PlayStation 5. It's pretty good. I love the series to begin with. That's a space opera. If you really want to play like a cool game, It's a lot of interaction with other people. It's from the same people who made Knights of the Old Republic. It kind of has that kind of standard storyline going in where you pick up crew members. You could take 2 crew members on thing, but it's not turn based like Knights of the Old Republic. It's more of a shooting thing. So you get to shoot things. You shoot aliens. Use biotic powers that are similar to force powers. You can throw like a singularity. It's like a black hole. It just stands there and it fucking sucks people in and kind of has them swirling around. So you can like shoot at them. You have cryo ammo. But yeah, it's 3 games in one. And whatever decisions you make in the first game kind of change your experience in the second game. And then those decisions in the third game will, by some decisions that you made in the first game, you might be terminating a certain alien species in the final game, or you can be giving life to another one.
That's
So so I think that's a cool game if you want to play it. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of traveling, a lot of, puzzles. It's fun. So right now I'm going through the second game, and you get to import your character from the first game to the second game. So your character looks exactly the same. You get to import some things, but you have to start pretty much brand new with the game. Let me see. Third, started Vox Machina.
That first episode's cold, huh? Like, oh shit.
Damn, like I like the dragons, the variety of the dragons. The fact that one can just pretty much use its wings and like shoot acid at you, like by just flapping its wings, and like it's shaking it off like rain. It's fucking amazing. I got into the second episode. Second episode's pretty good too. So I can't wait to get into.
I watched the first 2. Yeah, I haven't watched the rest of them.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into it. It's fun. I like the writing. Writing's always fun in that show. And I've been watching. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I've been watching another season of that show, Face Off, where they do movie special effects.
Oh yeah, I used to watch that show. Yeah.
Yeah. So So I've been going through that again. I think Peacock has 8 through Peak, huh?
They still making those? Or are you watching the old season?
I'm watching the old seasons now because I haven't seen them in such a long time. But I saw seasons 8 through 13 that's on Peacock right now.
Oh, okay.
So I watched those, and because I saw the guys in the final episode that they got, or the final season they got from throughout all the seasons, I was like, oh, let me go back and check out how they were and how much they progressed. Certain people got so much better, and now as we're watching like stuff where you see special effects, like me and Chris are looking like, wow, look at the seams. They're like, it's beautiful. So it's like now you get to kind of get an inside look through Face Off.
Appreciate the special effects.
Exactly. You get to really just take into everything. Like, oh, that's a prosthetic. They probably use silicone for that, or that's foam rubber. Yeah. I just think that's great. So if you're like a big fan of special effects, definitely go check it out. It's funny how most of the people in the later seasons are all from like the Tom Savini school of makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, it's a fun show, fun concept. I like all the creative stuff they do. It's cool. Yeah, if you're a fan of like horror movies and like stuff like that, and special practical effects, it's a straight up love letter to that, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the people are, some of it's like scripted drama bullshit, like.
Yeah, but that what? That's the funny part, right? The last from season 8 to 13. There's none of that bullshit drama. It's just these guys helping each other out, trying to pump out the best stuff. There's it's just pure competition. It's no backstabbing, none of this shit. It's just pure fucking joy.
Yeah, I get there's a place for that. People love that kind of shit, but life is already drama enough. I don't need to fucking
exactly
on my show. Fuck. But no, it's a good show. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have to revisit that too.
Yeah, well, like I said, seasons 8 through 13. If you haven't seen those, and they got a lot of good dudes. There was a guy from San Francisco or close to San Francisco, Martinez, that he was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I watched the first 4, maybe. I want to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I watched. What we mentioned earlier. Watched Chucky, fucking the first season. Pretty good. I was actually surprised how good it was. It was really better than the last few movies for sure. I went back and watched the Cult of Chucky. That was not it was not a good movie, but the TV show it takes it it's kind of pretty clever, and it's the kills are pretty fucking pretty elaborate, and they kind of encompass the whole history of Chucky, and you kind of see Charles Lee Ray's backstory, like him as a kid, him as a teenager, like him when he first met Tiffany and stuff. So you kind of go through all that stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Brad Dourif's daughter's in it, plays like a paraplegic that Chucky can kind of possess and stuff. So it's pretty interesting stuff. I actually kind of dug it. I think you mentioned there, like Chucky's not my biggest like. I'm not a big fan of the franchise. I like the first one. The first movie's great. Second one was pretty good. Third one, yeah. And it kind of fell off from there. Like, and, the Bride of Chucky, and it was kind of campy, but it wasn't really memorable for me. But the TV show makes me like Chucky a little bit, like makes me appreciate Chucky a little bit more. I think I'm glad to see Don Mancini coming in, and he gets to tell this story. I think he wrote most of the series, and he directs a few episodes. The casting is really good too. I like the cast. Devin Sawa plays one of the kids, twin. He basically plays two characters. He plays twins, and he's a father to
Devin Sawa. No shit.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, took me a second. I was like, who the fuck is it? Oh shit, that's Devin Sawa. Like he plays brothers, and they're like, yeah, they're two distinctive characters, but it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Like, so the kills are pretty elaborate and pretty fucked up. Some of them are pretty fucking good. So yeah, I would recommend it. I would say check it out. It's on Shudder, I think, and I think it's on Peacock, I believe, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's good horror. It's good horror. It's fun. It's a little twisted. And I like the cast. The cast is pretty good. So yeah, I would say I would recommend checking it out for sure if you're a horror fan. So we had a brutal fucking day on Sunday. It was probably one of the most heart fucking wrenching things to see, to lose fucking 4 quarterbacks in the season. That's some fucked up shit, man. I was heartbroken. So I had to turn off the fucking second game. I couldn't watch. I was just pissed off. So I started watching this a couple days ago. Then I continued watching it. The IT Crowd.
Oh, nice.
It's on Netflix. Fucking hilarious. This show, dude. I was like, laughing my ass, like out loud laughing my ass off. Fucking what's his name? Chris O'Dowd, and what's the other cast name with the big hair?
Richard Ayoade. Yeah.
I was never a big fan of that guy.
He's great.
I'm so in love with him. He's fucking funny as fucking this show. He's playing like a straight up nerd. It's about these IT people in the bottom of their investment. Catherine Parkinson comes in. She's like their semi manager. It's fucking hilarious. It's only 4 seasons. There's 6 episodes each season. They're quick
watches. Yeah.
Quick watches. Dude, so the second season begins. One of the characters dies, and his son comes in, and his son is played by Matt Berry, and Matt Berry comes in, from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Laszlo.
He comes in. Holy shit, dude! Like the show's fucking funny, but it's like that thing, and It's Always Sunny. The show's funny, but within
until Cousin Leon came in.
Danny DeVito came in and fucking or like Curb too, same thing.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Curb.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, same kind of thing. Like he comes in and just kind of takes it up
next level.
He's fucking hilarious in this show, dude. It's a weird fucking show, man. Like he starts dating this person, and she tells like, yeah, I was born a man, but he's like so clueless in the net, like he's just an asshole in the net. So he didn't hear that part. He's like, yeah, I was born a man. And he starts dating her, and they have this whole great relationship there. It's like, I can't believe you're so nice that you it's like, no, he's like, oh, I can't believe you were so worried about you being from Iran. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, like you should have told me. I was totally okay with you being from Iran. He's like, no, I was born a man. He's like, what? It's so weird, but it's like fucking. It's fucking funny, and they have like an epic fight scene, which is insane. It just has like, it's weird. It's fucking funny. They don't pull any punches. They make fun of like disabled fucking shit. They make fun of but not make fun of it, but like kind of like in spirit, making
it's just jokes.
It's jokes. It's fucking. Jokes. There's an episode in the second season. I don't think I've laughed that hard at anything in a long time. Like I was just fucking keeled over laughing my ass. I need to watch it again. That was so fucking funny, dude. You need to watch the show. It's fucking funny. Yeah, IT Crowd's on Netflix. It's a quick watch. I have one more season to go. I'm been kind of like I don't want to watch it because I'm having so much fun with it, and I don't want to like end
Finish it and be
So I'll probably watch a few episodes tonight. But it's fucking straight comedy, man. I have a new love for Chris O'Dowd too. Like I always thought he was like cool, but like no, he's fucking hella funny in this show. The whole cast, dude, trust me, Rick, you're gonna fucking be laughing your ass off, man. Like I had tears in my eyes. I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, damn, I didn't know things could do this to me anymore. I'm so jaded nowadays. But right. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So it's like, no, it definitely needed that fucking therapy after that Sunday game. So it was perfect. Like I got my mind off things. I was laughing my ass off when I should have been crying. So, but yeah. Just if you love What We Do in the Shadows. Like Matt Berry, seeing Matt Berry just be Matt Berry and just be fucking hilarious. Like basically, you can see like a little hints of Laszlo in it. Like you can see where he kind of brought that character from. He's fucking hilarious, man. He's a comedic genius for sure. That guy could like read the phone book. I would fucking die laughing. That guy's hilarious. But yeah, go watch IT Crowd. Fucking funny, man.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, watch it, man. Yeah, and I want to discuss the episode
I've seen like the first 3 episodes, but I start so many things I forget to go back to them. Yeah. That's where I found out about Richard Ayoade. Ayoade's funny to me, dude. Yeah. He's just he's funny. He's funny, dude.
Just the writing and the comedic timing on it is just fucking. It's just fucking funny, man. It's just it's like yeah. I don't want to describe too much of the episode, spoil them too much, but it's fucking funny. It's dark. It's twisted and dark too, man. It's good. Yeah, highly recommend it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking yeah, a good week. I don't even really have a hidden gem this week. You have a hidden gem this week?
No. I was gonna no.
No unsolicited Rick picks.
Not today. I've been trying to watch like some older movies. I mean, I can give. You know what? Throw that up there. I don't know if I talked about it. Just
you watch Razorback yet?
Not yet. No. Not yet.
All right. I guess we do have a hidden gem. All right, hidden gem.
All right. So this movie, dude, it's the quintessential 80s. I don't know if you remember. You remember Jim Cotta?
Yes.
It's a Golden Globus movie where like they got the American gymnasts to participate in like these Eastern European Slavic games, and he goes out there and it's a game of death that he's supposed to. It's a game. It's dude. I never thought that a pommel horse could be used to destroy a fucking like a village of fucking crazy ass people, but that's what happens. He kicks the shit out of like 30 to 40 people in this one scene alone. Now the movie is crap, mind you. I can't remember the guy's name. It's Kurt Thomas. That's his name, Kurt Thomas. And you got a bunch of like B movie guys. You got that one guy, Richard Norton. He was in those Cynthia Rothrock movies, from the, mid 90s. Who's always, that one like Australian English dude who's like fighting, doing karate with her. He's in it. The guy who plays a Dark Star Ninja from fucking American Ninja, he's one of the people who train him. They have training montage, which is great for an 80s movie. And it's just 80s absurdity at its best. I love bad shit, dude. And I remember watching Jim Cotta at the New Mission Theater, and I was just like, you know what? I'm in the mood for a bad movie. I told Krista, let's watch this movie. And she was just like, what the fuck did I just watch? That was fucking awesome. Like, yeah, Jim Cotta, when they get to the town of the crazies, it's all worth it. It's purely bad acting up until then. But yeah, it's fucking dope, dude. I hope you remember that shit.
I vaguely remember that movie. I think I remember the poster more than anything.
Yeah, him just fucking like doing like the split kick, jumping over something. Yeah, kicking 2 ninjas in the face, similar to the American Ninja poster, which is kind of awesome. Probably the same dude who designed it. But yeah, definitely go watch Jim Cotta. It's a It's a really bad movie from the 80s. Gotta love bad movies, man. You know, movies for bad movies for guys who like movies. For people who like movies. Sorry, guys. Sorry, peoples.
All right. Yeah, I think we covered it. I don't think I have a hidden gem this week. Yeah, no hidden gem for me. Actually, I bought some new figures I should have brought out, but I'm too lazy to go grab them. Some new G.I. Joe classifieds, man. Best line ever. They got a Recondo. I got a Recondo.
A Recondo? The fucking... That's great. I like this character. Sorry. That was good.
All right. So we're gonna get out of here, Mr. Effort.
Last word. Go Niners, man. It was rough. I know a lot of Niner fans are out there hurting. I don't want to hear excuses, guys. I don't want to hear it was the coaching. I don't want to hear, it was this. Oh, that one catch. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear the refs. It was bad luck. That's all it was. It was a missed blocking assignment, and we were cursed all year. Bad luck was happening. We went to our fourth quarterback.
We made it to the championship with a third string quarterback, man.
Exactly. I've heard people out there, saying we should have got like Cam Newton or anybody else. I'm like, you guys are reaching now. You guys are reaching for you. You guys just want to.
We should have a better backup plan.
The Josh Johnson.
Yeah.
That's who they got.
That's he should.
I mean, people. Baker Mayfield was out there, but we didn't. Nobody went for him. I think the Rams had first dibs on it, but nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. People was gonna say, "Oh yeah, I want him." Like, yeah, no, you didn't. You guys didn't want Baker Mayfield, so I don't know. You guys didn't want Cap. You guys didn't want Cam. You guys didn't want Fitzpatrick or any other. The only guy who I would have probably wanted would have been Rosen, but I don't even know what he is right now. That's the guy who they got rid. The Cardinals got rid of. The Cardinals got rid of for Kyler Murray, but that's one of those things. So yeah, it was bad luck. It was bad luck. It was a missed assignment. Shit happens. Injuries happen, and we're in really good position for next year. So
yeah, let's go, Tom Brady.
I'm actually kind of on board. I'm on board with that.
I wasn't on board for a long time, but.
I'm on board with that because of the position we're in.
Purdy's going to be out for a while, man. He's going to probably have to have time.
And it's a good thing to have that guy in the house to mentor and leave his team well off. Yeah, because he's a fan. He's just like us, but he's a fan of him. So
have a good night, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Krista, go Niners.
Yeah,
that's right.
I had to put things into perspective. It was just bad luck.
Yeah,
we never got to see our team against their team, and I'm fine with that. And the way our team played against their team, it could have been a way different game.
They're like, oh, we whooped your ass. Like, no, we lost
our quarterback.
We did get some bad calls too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, diehard faithful 49ers Empire. Bang,
the whole game changes.
Plus for 6. Yeah. We were 49ers. Nobody. Bay Bombers. Red and Gold Rush. Fox City by the Bay.
Yeah. The whole game changes if Brock's in the game.
Yeah, and it's
we don't know what it is, but the game changes.
Yeah, we could really go back and rethink a lot of shit, but it should happen.
Shit happens. It's football. It's football.
But just the way it went down, we have no quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, we have McHugh. All right, we could talk about
Cowboys. Cowboys. Remember, Cowboys lost their guy last week, and they were crying about it. I was like, those are the breaks of the game. I can't be a hypocrite and be like, well, those are the breaks of the game. That's what just happens.
And these are the breaks.
It's football. That's all it is. That's
football.
What. Hey,
life.
That's all it is, boys. That's what Tony said. Yeah. Hey, dude, his name is Tony in that movie too. Huh.
All right. We'll get out of here. Then we could join more sports talk on the Gold Dirty Bastards. All right. We'll get out of here. See you guys next week. Stay safe.
All right. Bye.
Bye.